President Obama breaking into tears at the White House today, taking executive action. The families there with him wanted it, but many in this country did not. There is now outrage, some calling it overreach. The president wiping away tears as he talked about the youngest of victims, among them the children of Newtown, some of their parents at the White House today. The president's action will bring more background checks amid polling. 85% of Americans support more checks. But there is also that backlash tonight, and we begin with ABC senior justice correspondent Pierre Thomas.
Tonight, the president making headlines for more than his controversial move, but his tears as well.
And from every family who never imagined that their loved one would be taken from our lives by a bullet from a gun. Every time I think about those kids, it gets me mad.
Those children, the victims of Sandy Hook. And behind the president today, families of victims from countless shooting rampages. He remembers them all, and the daily carnage as well.
And by the way, it happens on the streets of Chicago every day.
When the tear was coming down his face, and what did you think when you saw that?
I thought that was authentic. I think he's met his fair share of survivors like us.
But his tears drawing fire too. Today, Mr. Obama taking executive action on his own, narrowing the loophole that allows weapons to be bought without a background check at gun shows and online, hiring more agents to conduct background checks, and asking Congress for $500 million to provide better access to mental health services. But opponents were equally determined. The National Rifle Association issued a statement saying the proposals would not have prevented any of the horrific events he mentioned. And GOP presidential candidates were denouncing the president's actions.
President Obama's executive actions limiting gun rights will restrict our law-abiding citizens.
These orders today, I believe, are not worth the paper they are written on.
If there's an issue related to federal gun laws, then you ought to go to Congress and try to forge consensus to make it happen. He doesn't have this power.
And Pierre Thomas with us now live from the White House tonight. And Pierre, we mentioned that poll number from Pew showing 85% of Americans want more background checks. But there's also this tonight. Look at this chart. Gun sales spiking after President Obama was first elected and jumping every time there is a mass shooting. So, Pierre, it is clear that many argue that guns are not the problem here.
That's right, David. After the San Bernardino terror attacks, the FBI saw a record number of people attempt to buy guns.
Pierre Thomas on this story all day. Pierre, thank you.